All right, for fluency for today, you have three problems. The first problem says, what is the product? So I'm looking at product, and that is meaning that we are going to be multiplying. So when I multiply, I know I need to first rewrite the problem without the decimal points. So I put 2, 3, and then I put a 6, and then a 7. Line them up based off their place value, and then I can begin to multiply. Again, if you're struggling with your multiplication facts, remember that you can click the red X and it'll take you right to your multiplication table. So let's start with 6 times 3 is 21. So I put my 1 below the 7 in the 1's place value, and I bring over the 2 into the 10's place value. So now I have 7 times 2, which is 14. 14 plus 2 is 14, 15, 16. So I put my 16 down. The next thing that I need to do is place a 0 in my 1's place value underneath my 1 because I'm moving over to begin to multiply my digits to my digit in the 10's column to the numbers on top. So 6 times 3 is 18. So I put my 8 and bring up my 1. 6 times 2 is 12 plus the 1 is 13. So I put my 3 and I put my 1. And then what I will do with those numbers is I will be adding them. 1 plus 0, 1. 6 plus 8, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So I put my 4. Bring up my 1. 3 plus 1 is 4. 4 plus 1 is 5. And then I bring down my 1. So now what I have to do is I have to count the numbers in my original problem that are behind the decimal point. So I have a 3, a 6, and a 7. So that is a total of 3 numbers. So that means I'm going to swoop 3 times. So my decimal point as a whole number is behind the 1's place value. And go swoop once, swoop twice, swoop 3 times. So my answer is 1.541, or 1 in 541 thousandths. Now I need to find the difference in my next problem. The difference between 68 and 1200ths and 34 and 98 thousandths. So I begin when I am subtracting, I need to make sure I line up my digits and my decimal point, okay? So when I subtract, I make sure I line up my digits and my decimal point. So I'm going to first off by placing my first number down. Subtract it. My 3 is in my 10's place value. My 4 is my 1's place value. My decimal point. My 0 is in my 10ths place value. My 9 is in my 100th place value. And my 8 is in the thousandths place value. Put my line down. And now, before I begin subtracting, I need to make sure I drop that decimal point down. Drop it like it's hot, drop it like it's hot. Okay? Remember, when we subtract or add, we drop that decimal point straight on down. Well, I have a placeholder that I need to place above the 8, so I place a 0 above it. And now I have to do 0 minus 8, which I can't do. So that 2 becomes a 1, and the 0 becomes a 10. So 10 minus 8 is 2. 1 minus 9, I can't do that, so I got to go next door. My 1 becomes a 0. And then the one that I was subtracting with becomes an 11. 11 minus 9 is 2. 0 minus 0 is 0. 8 minus 4 is 4. 6 minus 3 is 3. So my answer is 34 and 22 thousandths. Now we're getting into division, okay? And I know division can be a challenge for us, okay? So we're going to go step by step with it. So what is the quotient of 612 divided by 9? Remember, quotient means division, okay? So I start off by putting my 612 in the house because that's my first number. The first number when we're talking division and when it's written out the way it's written out above, 612 divided by 9, whatever number comes first goes inside the house. And then the other number, the second number goes on the outside. So we have 9 on the outside, 612 on the inside. So what I like to do is I like to put a little time sign up in my corner because I know that I have to ask myself 9 times what? And that's the number I'll put here that gives me the number on the inside. So, and the number on the inside, we can't go over it. We have to stay below it or under it. What I mean under it, smaller. So I can't say, so 9 times something has to give me 6. Well, if I say 9 times 1 and say I put a 1 here, for instance, if I were to put a 1 here, 9 times 1 is 9. 9 is too big for me to use, so I can't use 1. So I have to use 0. So I put the number that I'm multiplying by 9 up on top. So, and then I put my answer below. So 9 times 0 is 0. So I put my 0 below the 6. And then I'm going to begin to subtract. So now you need to remember when you are dividing, you have to subtract what you multiplied answer from the inside the house. So 6 minus 0 is 6. And you have to bring down the 1. So you're going to have some arrows on your slides where you'll have the arrow to bring down. So you're going to have this arrow that's going to be right here where you can place. So you're going to bring down that 1, okay? So I'm going to put a 1 here. So now my new problem right now is what I'm trying to figure out. 9 times what is going to give me 61? Well, let's see here. Well, 9 times 7 is 63. So that's too high. So I have to say 9 times 6. So again, I place that 6 on top because that's saying 9 times 6. And what does 9 times 6 give you? It gives you 54. So you place your answer below. And what do we do when we place our answer below? We then subtract. So 1 minus 4, I can't do that. So my 6 becomes a 5, and my 1 becomes an 11. Okay, and I'm going to place the 1 on top of it. So now you have 11 minus 4, which is 7. And then you'll have that arrow. Where you'll bring down the 2. So now you have to figure out 9 times what is going to give you 72. And I previously said 9 times 7 was 63, which is, let's see if 9 times 8 gives me 72. And 9 times 8 gives me 72. So I'm going to place my 8 up on top because that's what I multiplied by 9. to get 72, so I placed my 8 up on top. So 9 times 8 gave me 72, so I placed my answer below. There's nothing less to drop down, so I subtract, and 72 minus 72. So I'll put my line below, and I'll place my zeros. So my answer is 68.